Now, as far as Carson lying about the company he was involved with, Mannatech, manna as in from heaven, Mannatech. Well, according to the Daily Beast, Ben Carson credited this a supplement produced by these people for helping save his life from cancer. But he never mentioned it during interviews about his illness until he started shilling for the manufacturer. Carson was a spokesman for Mannatech, which claims its glyconutrients could treat cancer, autism, multiple sclerosis, and AIDS. Jesus Christ. It's so difficult for me to believe that the snake oil salesmen are still pushing their snake oil products, and the terminally gullible continue to do this. To buy it and go, yeah, I'm going to take this. That'll clear my autism. Okay. Anyway, Carson said in a 2013 speech praising the company, quote, "The wonderful thing about a company like Mannatech is that they recognize that when God made us, he gave us the right fuel." What does that mean? And then on Wednesday, he denied his Jesus. Well, he denied his Mannatech. He denied any involvement. Carson even credited these supplements as being powerful enough that he didn't need surgery for advanced prostate cancer. And in a 2004 interview with Carson, the Dallas Weekly said, quote, "His decision to have a medical procedure resulted from his concern for those people who might neglect traditional medical procedures because they had learned of his personal experience with supplements," end quote. The neurosurgeon Carson told Dallas Weekly that he had his prostate removed to be a role model. Carson said, quote, "I knew that other people with my condition might not have been as religious about taking the supplements as I had been," end quote. In other words, Carson was trying to say, keep buying the supplements. They're not going to do a goddamn thing for you. I had prostate cancer, so I did the only thing that was available to me at the time. I had it removed. You got to wonder, I've got to wonder, how many men died because they listened to this con artist? A radical prostatectomy, how do you say it? Prostatectomy, thank you, is a serious surgery that involves an incision either below the navel or between the scrotum and anus, as Johns Hopkins Hospital notes. That's where Carson had his. Complications, of course, may include incontinence, impotence, and sterility. Carson was told that his recovery after the August 2002 surgery would be arduous and that he would not be able to return to work for 6 weeks. He said, quote, "Because of my experience with glyconutrients, I was able to return to work in 3 weeks." But for the first 2 years after his surgery, Carson never even mentioned this glyconutrient crap. In November 2002, Carson told the 700 Club that he was diagnosed with, quote, "one of the most aggressive types of cancer. I thought at one point that I was going to die," end quote. The interviewer asked Carson how he handled the situation and if he had any fear of the procedure. Carson said that he was worried about the potential of the cancer spreading, but that he was at peace with the thought of death. Later, Carson discussed how eating better can help take care of one's body and that preventive medicines could also help the immune system. That would have been the perfect opportunity to mention the glyconutrients that he would later say helped him, but he did not. Mysteriously, there's no mention of them whatsoever from Carson in this period of his life when he's talking about improving your internal plumbing. Carson said, "Organic fruits and vegetables, much less in the way of processed foods. Snack foods are pretty much out. I don't drink soda anymore." But he never mentioned the glyconutrients that he later said saved his life. We'll be right back.